叫びまくるイカれるようにその命果てる時まで叫べ時を止めて狂いましょう我を忘れて生きるようにゴージャスは歓喜がつくああ神様奇跡をくださいなそれを手に入れるだけさ操りたいもう手そんない朝どりこな毒は悪の腹が噛みついてしまえ俺の罪までもこのまま消し去ってしまってもいいさ生に震わせる心は誰のためなのもう嫌だ嘘は嫌怖くまでジェニージェニーわがままのジェニー
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the 41st Starfury Facebook Live update. So tonight, I'm going to bring you all the latest news and gossip on what's happening with Starfury conventions. We've had a very busy year so far. We've had 7 events already since the start of 2024, and we covered a whole range of shows, and we had some really major big-name guests along, including the likes of Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Katrina Balfe, Mads Mikkelsen, Misha Collins, Tom Welling, Taylor Hickson, Caroline DeVerna, Jessie May Lee, and Christina Tonteri Young. So we've had some really strong guests along this year. We've had some really fun events. We've done 7 conventions so far, and we've got 3 more left to go for 2024, and we've got quite a few for 2025 already announced. Now, just to let you know in advance, normally for each Facebook Live, I try and get some videos edited together of the most recent Starfury events. I haven't had time to edit together the videos from the last few events we did: Invasion, Highlanders 7, Red Dragon 6, and Witch Bomb 2. Haven't had a chance yet. That's because we literally had 3 events back to back. It was quite actually intense for me organization-wise. Didn't have much time. And then last week I was off at Monopoly's Love of Fancy. Next week I'm off to DragonCon. But hopefully for the next Facebook Live, I should have a whole pile of videos to show and try and do up some trailers as well. We really haven't got many videos to show, any videos to show this time around. But we do have 1 or 2 guest announcements. And more importantly, I wanted to do this Facebook Live to let you know that we've got one of the an event that's been postponed has now been rescheduled, and we've got the details up for that. We've got 1 event that's having to change dates, and we also have 2 events that are changing venues. So there's a bit of information to put out there, and I felt the best way to do that would be initially through a Facebook Live. As per usual, how I'm going to be dealing with this is we're going to be dealing with each event in chronological order. So if you're waiting for a particular event that you've got tickets for or thinking about attending, we will get to that in due course, but we'll be going through each event within chronological order of when the event is taking place. And our next event, and that's taking place in 6 weeks' time, is our next event for fans of Supernatural that we're also mixing in with it Lucifer as well. And that one is Starfury Crossroads 9. We do have a trailer for that, so I'll play you that now. So that's Starfury Crossroads 9. That's our next event for fans of Supernatural, but this time we've mixed in Lucifer in with it as well. So that's covering 2 shows. I very much went for guests who had appeared on both Lucifer and Supernatural. There's quite a few. So even if you're only into one of the shows, I still feel that this is a solid lineup. If you're just a fan of Lucifer, or if you're just a fan of Supernatural, I think it's a solid lineup for each one of those shows. But together, I think it's a real powerhouse. We always have a great time at the Crossroads event. Supernatural fans and Lucifer fans are also 2 of the most relaxed fan bases. And that event's taking place from the 27th to the 29th of September, the end of next month. And it's going to be taking place at the Hilton Metropole Hotel. We've got some great guests attending. We've got Leah Kearns joining us. We also have Samantha Ferris. We have Amy Garcia, Tamo Pennicott, Trisha Helfer, Richard Spate Jr., Rob Benedict, Timothy Omundson, and Tom Ellis. So there you go. That's the lineup for Starfury Crossroads 9 that's taking place at the end of next month. There's still a limited number of tickets available. So if you haven't got your tickets and wanted to join us, you can still nab one. All the gold tickets went immediately. We've still got some regular tickets available. If you've got your tickets, but you haven't purchased your photo ops yet, you may want to think about doing that soon. The Tom Ellis ones, solo photo ops, are understandably running extremely limited in availability now. So if you leave it much longer, you could miss out on those. We've had some people requesting some group photos, an event group photo, a Supernatural group photo, and a Lucifer group photo. We're going to add those over the weekend, and we'll send out an email to ticket holders when those are out. But that's Starfury Crossroads 9. There will be also, as soon as I announce one Supernatural event, people seem more interested in knowing what's happening with the Supernatural event after that. There will be a Crossroads 10. Crossroads 10 will be taking place next year, next May next year, at the Hilton Birmingham Metropole again. And that time, it'll, as well as Supernatural, will be covering the boys intermingled with it as well. I don't know what we're going to be doing with Lucifer beyond this event, and whether we will have a Lucifer event in 2025. That's still to be decided. So if you're a Lucifer fan, you might want to make sure you catch up on this one, because, you know, there's a possibility it could be our last one with Lucifer. But as I said, we've got Crossroads 10 next May, but Crossroads 9 is the Supernatural event and Lucifer event that we're focusing on for now. Now, straight after that event, a month after that, we then have Starfury Enchanted. And that's our event for the TV series Once Upon a Time. We had a break from the Enchanted event. Enchanted 4 was supposed to be the last, but we had a lot of demand. So in doing one final Once Upon a Time event, I think we've got a really strong lineup, cool lineup of guests of some of those popular stars from the series Once Upon a Time. And that's going to be taking place in 2 months' time, from the 1st to the 3rd of November at the Hilton Metropole Hotel again. And the guests that we have joining us include Isabella Blake Thomas, Amy Manson, Karen David, Keegan Connor Tracy, Raphael Savage, Beverly Elliott, Rebecca Maida, Colin O'Donoghue, and Lana Perilla. So that's the guest lineup that we have for our next event for fans of Once Upon a Time. If you're a fan of that, we still have tickets available for that event. Photo ops are also on sale. Understandably, as with the Tom Ellis ones, photo ops with Colin O'Donoghue and Lana Perella are running low, so you may want to get yours on those soon if you wanted to get photo ops with them. But that's our 5th event for fans of Once Upon a Time. I was about to say our final one, but you never know with Once Upon a Time, because the fans are very, very dedicated to that show. Now, our final event for 2024 is a brand new show we're covering, and that's going to be Our Flag Meets Death. And if you haven't seen that show, you can catch it on BBC iPlayer at the moment. It's 18 episodes, so it's an easy binge. But that event, we're going to be covering Our Flag Meets Death, and that event's going to be taking place at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow. It's going to be taking place on the 22nd to the 24th of November. We have joining us Rhys Darby, the star of the show. We also have Con O'Neill. We have Christian Nairn. And we have Vico Ortiz. So those are the guests who are going to be joining us at the Republic of Pirates. I'm working on one further guest at the moment. If we have anything more than 5, we should have 5 guests. If we have beyond that, that'll be down to ticket sales. But I'm working on a further guest, so hopefully I should be able to announce them soon. It's going to be the usual of what you'd expect from a Starfury event, with guest talks, photo ops, parties, autographs, meet and greets, and fan meets. However, we've got a few new extras going on over the weekend. Christian Nairn will be DJing the disco on the Saturday night for the party that we have going on. He'll be DJing it. And on the Sunday, he's going to be presenting his podcast live on stage. So that's 2 extra elements for fans of Our Flag Meets Death taking place at this event. So that's the Republic of Pirates. That's taking place from the 22nd to the 24th of November. It's our final event for 2024. And we should have photo ops. I'm looking at putting those on sale for the guests we have confirmed next week. That's going to be our final event this year. We're not going to be doing a Destiny this year. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, they're on weekdays. So I didn't think it's really going to have the same interest and impact as in the past. So we're not going to be doing a Destiny this year. That's not saying there won't be another Destiny in the future, but I'll be looking to bring Destiny back when I think it'll work. But I just didn't think it'll work for 2024. So that's 2024 out the way. And then that string moves us on to next year. And the first event that we have taking place next year is Starfury Highlanders 8. And that's going to be our 8th event for fans of the television series Outlander. Our Outlander events have always proved hugely popular. It's a great fan base, great fan community with the Outlander fans. And that event's going to be taking place from February 28th to March 2nd at the Hilton Metropole Hotel. Now, we're doing something different with next year's Outlander event. With each Outlander event, I've always got the most recent and current guests from the show. If you are a fan of Outlander, then you'll know that each season there's new characters they introduced. They've had changing casts along, and so each year we've always tried to get the newest and most up-to-date cast members from the series. However, that meant that there's a lot of cast members who appeared at the start of the show who aren't on the show anymore that fans haven't seen in a while at conventions. And I get this request. The last few Highlanders event, I've had fans saying, can you bring this actor back? Can you bring that actor back? There's a lot of the people from the first two seasons haven't done a convention, whether it's a Starfury one or any other one, in quite a few years. A lot of the fans who've been with us since the start have missed seeing those guests. And a lot of the fans who are new to it would love to see them. So what we're doing for Starfury's Highlanders 8 is theming it around the first two seasons of Outlander. And so I'm getting guests from the first two seasons who are guests who haven't been in a while. And among the guests we have joining us are Annette Badland. We also have Nell Hudson. We have Grant O'Rourke. We have Andrew Gower. And we have Stephen Walters. So those are the first 5 guests that we have for our Highlanders event. I'm finalizing deals on 2 more guests, and I'm aiming to get around 9 to 10 guests from it. Outlander events are always very popular. Currently, we still have 5 gold tickets still remaining. So if you wanted to go gold, you might want to get your tickets for that soon. Still plenty of regulars, although ticket sales have been very robust, particularly since I announced these guests last week. So that's Starfury Highlanders 8, and that's taking place from February 28th to March 2nd at the Hilton in Birmingham. So that's our event for fans of Outlander. Now, the week after that, we're back at the Renaissance Hotel for our second event of the fans Shadow and Bone. It's a very small event. The first event that we did was quite small, and I was planning to make it a one-off, but it was a really fun event. The fans were lovely. Cosplay was wonderful. Really lovely community with the fans. And the actors were absolutely lovely as well. So we're doing one more event for Shadow and Bone. And the Shadow and Bone event is taking place from 7th to 9th of March at the Renaissance Hotel in Heathrow. And the lineup that we have is Luke Pasqualino, Daisy Head, Danielle Galligan, Kit Young, Freddie Carter, and Jessie May Lee. So that's who we have joining us at our Shadow and Bone event, Into the Fold, taking place the beginning of March, 7th to 9th of March at the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow. Still have gold tickets available for that one. So if you want to join us at that, that's our celebration of Shadow and Bone. I think we've got a very strong lineup already set. So I think it'll be a really fun event. Now, the next event after that is our Ultimates event. And that's going to be Ultimates Amalgam. Now, we actually had 3 Ultimates events last year. We had one for Marvel, one for DC, and one just for the show Legends of Tomorrow. I had to postpone this year's Ultimates event. We had some issues. There was another event on the same weekend. I was having trouble locking down the headline guest that I wanted. And the response on the Arrowverse and Marvel isn't as strong as it was. So I need a very strong lineup in order to get the ticket sales in. So I've moved it to next year, and I'm putting together what I think is going to be a very strong lineup as it's going at the moment. Of course, guests have agreed. I've got 5 more guests on top of what I'm about to announce. We've got 5 more guests, 2 of whom I think will help sell the event out. Of course, you've got to wait for contracts to go through, and something can always go wrong. But Ultimates Amalgam going to be celebrating Marvel and DC films and TV series, and that's taking place from the 11th to the 13th of April at the Hilton Metropole Hotel. Now, the first 2 guests we have include Chantal Van Santen, who was in The Flash. Of course, she was also in The Boys as well. She's got a great career to her. I think she'll make a very interesting guest. And we also have from the two Flash movies, not Flash, Shazam movies, we have Grace Caroline Curry, who played Mary Marvel in the Shazam movies. So those are our first two guests. We got some real bangers coming up. So I think it's going to be a very strong lineup. I have also recognized that I get a lot of demand still for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So yes, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be covered in it. Finalizing contracts on 5 more, probably be having about 10 to 12 guests at that. Tickets are back on sale now. So that's Ultimates Amalgam, and that's going to be taking place from the 11th to the 13th of April at the Hilton Metropole Hotel. Now, after that event, we got Starfury Ascension. Well, actually, it won't be. It'll Starfury Crossroads 10 will be in the middle between these two events. But I'll be announcing details of Crossroads 10 at a later date. But the next event is Starfury Ascension. And Starfury Ascension is something new for Starfury. We're going to be covering Stargate. Now, I've been running events for 25 years, always enjoyed the show Stargate, but I never did a Stargate convention because Stargate fandom was very well looked after. There were numerous Stargate events similar to Starfury taking place. You had the Wolf SG events, and Showmasters did the Chevron events. So there was a lot of Stargate events taking place, and so it would have been stupid me doing one as well. However, I've had a lot of requests recently because there hasn't been kind of like a hotel Starfury style convention for Stargate now in about a decade, and the fans would actually really like that kind of event. We've had a lot of requests for one. However, I do have to announce that we're making a change on the event. The event's still taking place from the 23rd to 25th of May, but it's going to be at the Renaissance Hotel, not at the Radisson. We did Red Dragon 6 at the Radisson the other week. There was a couple of issues, so I've decided, until I know I can iron out those issues, to move stuff to the Renaissance for the time being. So Starfury Ascension is going to be taking place at the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow, not at the Radisson. We'll change the website up this weekend, but just so you know, it's literally just across the road, so traveling isn't going to be any different. We've got a fantastic lineup, I feel, for our Stargate event. And guests we have joining us, we have from Stargate, we have Gary Jones. From Stargate Atlantis, we also have David Nichol. Also from Atlantis, we have Nicole DeBoer. Nicole has been in tons of stuff. She's probably best known for Star Trek Deep Space Nine. She's been in a lot of other sci-fi stuff, the film Cube. We also have the star of Atlantis. We have Tori Higginson joining us. We also have Lexa Doig joining us. She was on Stargate, but she's been on so much other stuff like Continuum. She guest starred on Supernatural, probably best known for her role on Andromeda. We have the absolutely lovely Terrell Rothery joining us, who is one of the nicest guests you could ever meet. We could also have joining us Michael Shanks. He's one of the most popular guests on the convention circuit. And we also have joining us Amanda Tapping. She's legendary as both an actress and also as a director in sci-fi, and as well as on Stargate. She's very much loved by the Motherland Fort Salem fans, as she was a producer and director on that show as well. So I think that's a really strong lineup for Stargate. It's taking place from the, let me check my sheet, 23rd to 25th of May at the Renaissance Hotel. No longer at the Radisson, it's at the Renaissance Hotel. Now, as we've moved from the Radisson to the Renaissance, the Renaissance is slightly smaller. Now, one of the things about Starfury is I always want to guarantee that every attendee can get a seat in the main hall to watch the guest talks, and every attendee is going to be able to get their autographs. So in order to ensure that everybody can get a seat in the main hall, there's going to be less tickets now available. So you don't want to miss out. We're about 50% sold now on this event, and there's around 30 gold tickets left. Now, it's not just our Starfury Ascension, our Stargate event that's changing venue. We're also moving Red Dragon 7, our event celebrating the television series Hannibal, and we're going to move that to the Renaissance as well. and that's still taking place. The dates that we had advertised, July 4th to 6th, but it's now taking place at the Renaissance Hotel. Now, I've got 5 guests provisionally confirmed for that. We've just got a lockdown on contracts. So once that's sorted, I can announce them. There's 7 guests I want to go for. The Hannibal fandom has always been very dedicated, always get a strong response to the Hannibal events. We've got about 30 gold tickets left for that one, but that's now moving to the Renaissance Hotel. I think the event will be a bit better taking place there. And that leaves 2 more events. It won't be just 2 more events that we have left for 2025, but 2 more that we have confirmed. We've got Witch Bomb X, and that's our event for Motherland, Fort Salem, and Warrior Nun. We ran the last Witch Bomb event 2 weeks ago. It was a really relaxed, chill, fun event. The guests are absolutely lovely. That one's going to be taking place from 1st to 3rd of August, and that's going to be at the Renaissance Hotel. Should be able to announce the first guest for that one in the next week or so. And then the final event that I have announced for 2025 is Starfury Invasion. And that's our celebration of Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise. We really kicked off the first Invasion with a bang, I felt, with Mary Elizabeth Winstead as our guest, but the rest of the guests, we had some real bangers. So if you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to want to keep an eye on that. We're going to be looking at all the Disney Plus shows, such as The Acolyte, Ahsoka, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, Ben Kenobi, and the movies. Huge palette to go for on the Star Wars franchise. Now, just to let you know, though, that event is moving forward by a week. It had originally been taking place the last weekend of September, but it's now being pulled forward by 1 week, and it's now going to take place from the 19th to the 21st of September 2025. It's 14 months away, so I felt that we could make a date change because another event was announced the same weekend as ours. It's a big Comic-Con, and I felt that that would clash for attendees choosing which event they had to do. So because I was still in a position to move the dates, I pulled it forward by a week. So there you go. That's the news I've got for Starfury for tonight. It's just a short, sweet, and quick Facebook Live. Sorry you don't have any videos and other stuff to entertain you with, but I wanted to get the news out of the new dates for Invasion, the rescheduling of Starfury Ultimates Amalgam, so people knew that event was back on the calendar, the new dates and who the first guests were, and the fact that Starfury Ascension and Red Dragon 7 are now moving to the Renaissance Hotel, Heathrow. So that's the news. Hopefully I'll see a lot of you very soon at Starfury Crossroads 9. Otherwise, stay safe and well, and I'll see you when I next see you at an event. Take care, guys.
Oh!